Everything is soaked. Your hands are numb. You've got one shot at heat. Most people panic and throw big wet sticks at a timid flame, then watch it die. Not today. There's a repeatable order that makes fire in the rain feel unfair. A waterproof tinder hierarchy to buy seconds, feathersticks to buy minutes, and a windproof fire lay to make those minutes multiply. Wet wood? Fire. Rain steals your ignition by drowning tinder and chilling the air around your spark. Wind steals your heat by blowing it away before it can climb. The fix isn't bravado, it's sequence. Keep the heat concentrated, graduate your fuel sizes, and protect the ignition until it can stand up on its own. If the wind is the bully, you shelter first. If the rain is the flood, you upgrade your tinder first. Either way, this is a system, not a stunt. Redundancy is your insurance policy. Start with the stuff you control before you ever step outside. Cotton smeared with petroleum jelly. Waxed tabs or commercial cubes live in tiny zip bags and ride high in a chest pocket where body heat keeps them cooperative. When you pop one, it should give you a sustained flame long enough to introduce your first slivers of wood without stress. If you didn't pack man-made tinder, you still have options. Resin-rich naturals like fatwood and birch bark carry their own weatherproofing. Shave from the dry core of a stick, not the soggy exterior. Let the shavings fall into a dense, fluffy nest. If conditions are truly punishing, scrape a little magnesium into that nest to supercharge your first ignition. Here's the reality check. If your chosen tinder can't hold a flame for several breaths, it's underbuilt for the weather. Don't force it. Bump up the quality or quantity. Tinder buys you seconds. You're about to convert those seconds into minutes. Standing dead wood is your friend in a storm. It looks wet because the outside is wet. Split it, and you'll often find a dry, tight-grained core that behaves like a patient audience for your flame. Seat a short section on a stable base, baton it open, and select the driest heartwood you can expose. Now shape feather sticks that almost act like their own tinder. Thin, long curls clinging to the parent stick, airy and layered. Catch quickly and hold flame without demanding big heat. Make several. Each a little brush of curls that you can nest together. When you test a feather stick with a lighter and it refuses to take, that's feedback. Go finer, go drier, or split deeper. Your goal is a cluster that ignites with confidence and feeds your first wave of pencil-thin fuel without smothering the flame. Lift the fire off the soaked ground. A split board, a slab of bark, even a flat stone becomes your platform. You're creating a dry stage where heat can collect instead of bleeding into the mud. Against the wind, build a lean-to or half teepee that opens on the sheltered side. Your body, your pack, or a poncho can act as a temporary wind wall only during ignition. Once the flame stands, you'll vent deliberately. Think small roof over small fire. The feather sticks and matchstick slivers sit under a tiny cross-braced canopy of pencil sticks. That roof traps heat, shields from drizzle, and encourages a clean column of flame. As the core strengthens, you can transition toward a top-down arrangement that burns longer and cleaner, but not until your small fire is genuinely alive. Choose ignition by what your tinder can accept. A warm, pocket-kept lighter is the fastest path when you've got man-made, waxed, or petroleum-boosted tinder. Shield the flame with both hands, breathe on the wheel to dry it if needed, and commit no timid flickering. Storm matches bring short, violent heat. Light one and bury the head into the feathered curls so the match doesn't waste itself fighting open air. Let the curls swallow the flame and then step back, feeding with intent, not panic. When everything is wet to the bone, a ferro rod paired with a magnesium boost is brutally consistent. Shower short, controlled sparks directly into your tinder nest. Don't swipe wildly and scatter your careful pile. Pull the rod back while the scraper stays planted so the bundle doesn't explode into the mud. The principle is simple. Flame for fat, forgiving tinder, spark plus hot metal for stubborn, damp naturals. Front load your success. Prepare a spread of sizes before you ever strike. slivers that are truly matchstick thin, a generous handful of pencil-thick twigs, then a patient queue of thumb-thick splits. Debark wet sticks and split anything bigger than a finger to reveal the dry interior. When the flame appears, feed it small and often. Let the column rise higher than your fist before you even consider thicker pieces. If the fire hesitates, do not punish it with bigger wood. Step down a size, add more curls, give it seconds to recover. Keep a reserve of thin fuel dry under your jacket or tucked under your shelter edge. That backup is your safety margin when a gust steals your confidence. The ground will drink your fire if you build on it. Always use a platform. Tiny tinder piles that vanish in a heartbeat mean too little fuel at the start. Upgrade to a better tinder tier, or double the quantity so the flame has time to earn its next meal. Throwing a wrist-thick stick into a baby flame is a panic move. Your job is patience, not heroics. If wind is stripping your heat, become the windbreak for 20 seconds. Then open vents deliberately to prevent smoke choke. And site selection matters. The lee side of a trunk or boulder is a gift, while gutters and depressions are rain collectors masquerading as shelter. Fire bans and local rules are non-negotiable. Where open fires are restricted, practice the method in a grill, a tray, or a fire pan to master the sequence without scarring the ground. Keep water or snow ready. Drown thoroughly. Stir to the bottom and confirm cold with the back of your hand before you leave. Never cut live trees. Your best fuel is dead, dry inside, and already on the ground, or standing as seasoned sticks waiting to be split. Fire in the rain is won long before the spark. Carry a dependable, waterproof tinder option and keep it warm. Split to the dry core and invest in proper feather sticks that behave like a bridge between tinder and fuel. Build a platform and a wind-aware lay that shelters heat while it's weak. Match your ignition to your tinder. Flame for prepared, waxed starters, ferro and magnesium for stubborn naturals. Feed small, step up gradually, and vent with intent. When something falters, don't force it. Reset the sequence, refine the curls, upgrade the tinder, and try again. Wet wood, fire. Every time you run the system, it gets less dramatic and more dependable. Exactly what you need when the weather is trying to make decisions for you.